Hello there, everybody. I am attempting to do something that I've been wanting to do for a while now, and that is to create a video demonstration for you of how to use the PowToon software. So first of all, you need to open up an internet browser and type in the URL or the web address, which is www.powtoon.com. And when you enter the website, you will see there's a link on top here which is for tutorials. When you click on that link, you will see lots and lots of videos of how to use the PowToon software. So you really have no excuse for not knowing how to use the PowToon application. In addition to this, on YouTube, there are many videos of how to use PowToon, as well as the resources that you'll find on your Canva and in your assignment document. Now, going back to the original web page once again, and when you scroll down, you'll see many examples of videos that people have created using the PowToon software. You'll see examples of website videos, product demos, explainer videos, and social clips. And have a look at those. Basically, your assignment is to find a business of your choice, to choose a business, any small business, and it could be a business on campus, near your home, it could be a small home-based business that you know of, and your task is to set up an interview with the owner or manager of that business, and then to ask them some relevant questions about their business. So you will ask questions about the nature and the function of their business, what are their products or services, and so on. And I've given you some examples of possible questions that you could ask, and then using the information that you receive from the owner or manager of a particular business, your task is then to create and explain a video for that business using the PowToon software. Alright, so let's go up again. When you access the PowToon application for the very first time, you will need to create a free account for yourself. So go to this link that says sign up for free. When you click on there, you will need to give in your first name, your last name, your email address, and a password that you will remember every time that you want to log into the PowToon webpage. Just below there are some profiles that PowToon has created for a customized experience of the PowToon software, and I would suggest that you choose the student profile, and then further below that you can then click on the button that says sign up. Now, what usually happens is that PowToon will send a verification email to the email address that you have provided over here. You then need to go and access your email inbox, locate that particular email from them, click on the link that they provide in that email, and that will verify your email address. And then once all of that is sorted out and you successfully have a login, you can come back to the PowToon website and click on log in. So I already have a username and password, so I'm quickly going to log in here. Alright, so once you've logged in the PowToon site, if you're the first time user, you will probably see this window, and what it basically tells you is that you have two options. You can decide to create a slideshow presentation that will be like a controlled click-through type of presentation, which is an alternative to PowerPoint, for example. Alternatively, you can go directly to this video and create an animated video presentation, which is what we want to do. So I'm going to click on the blue cancel button. When you want to create a new project, whether it is a studio video or a slideshow, PowToon will ask you if you want to use one of the many templates, or if you want to go and create a video from scratch. Now these templates are quite nice. They are already designed and have animations and all of those things. And all that you need to do is the information. However, I prefer to design something from scratch. So I'm going to go and click on this go button over here. While that is loading, I want to come back here and bring your attention to the dashboard, because this is the screen that you will see the next time that you log into PowToon. On this dashboard, you will see many options. You can click create to create a project, the new project that you want to do. You can, if you have any auto-saved projects that PowToon has auto-saved for you, click on the pencil next to that particular project and you can rename that project. Right, and you can tick that little and furthermore, if you want to continue to work on a project that you've previously worked on, you can click on edit and then you will continue to work on that project. Next to the edit button is a drop down, and there you can actually delete a project that you don't want anymore, or you can duplicate a particular project if you perhaps want to use it as a template. So I'm going to delete this one, right, and I'm going to delete this one as well. Furthermore, you can also preview a project in this window. And when you're happy with that particular project that you are previewing, you can click on the Publish button, which will publish your video from PowToon directly from your dashboard to the YouTube application. Alright, so let me click on the PowToon that I've opened up. Here we go. So the first time that you use the PowToon software, it will offer you a 5-step tutorial. And this tutorial just basically walks you through the PowToon application interface. So the first step, it will explain the styles and the objects that are available to you. And the second step will explain the timeline. And then it will direct you to the export button, which you will use to send your video to YouTube. And it will also indicate to you that you can use the right-click mouse button for some shortcuts. And lastly, it will give you some tips. So I do recommend that you read through those very carefully when you're using PowToon for the first time. I'm going to go and skip this tutorial now because I actually just want to walk you through all of those myself. Okay, so down at the top here you have your main controls, which will be used for editing and controlling your project, saving it and so on. So icon to create a new project. You can use the Save button to save your project. However, just remember that when you save here, you are actually saving to the cloud. So the application will not prompt you to indicate which directory you want to save this project in. This means that you cannot save your working project document to your flash drive like you would normally do with a Word or a PowerPoint document. When you save the project here, it will be saved to your profile on the PowToon server, and you'll be able to access it when you log into PowToon. However, after you publish the video to YouTube, this icon over here, you will then be able to download the video from YouTube, and you will save the video onto your flash or hard drive. Okay, so you also have the basic options here of undo and redo, or cut, copy, and paste, which I'm sure you're all familiar with by now. You can also add text from here, add narration, voice narration or a voiceover, as well as music using the sound button. You can upload an image or a photo that you have from a different drive. You can upload it to this icon, and you can also embed a video into your PowerPoint. Then furthermore, you can click on these grid lines if you're really careful about the measurements and the sensitivity of the object that you place on your screen. And lastly, is the tool, which helps you to keep an eye on the objects that you place and to keep them a safe distance from the edge of the screen so that they're not cut off when you view the video. And then on the far right, like I've indicated before, you have the preview button and then you have the export button to YouTube. Okay. So using the PowToon application is very similar to create a PowerPoint presentation. In the sense that, it's made up of a number of slides on the left over here, which you can increase using a plus sign or decrease using a minus sign. So make sure that this tab will be over here and not slideshow. Okay, so that will affect your final product. The timeline is here at the bottom, and this particular timeline refers to one slide. So each slide will have its own timeline. Each slide is allocated a 10-second interval per slide, which you can increase using this plus sign to a maximum of 20 seconds. Okay, so each slide is a maximum of 20 seconds allocated, and you can decrease the time using the minus sign as well. On the right hand side over here, we have a number of styles that are available. Some are free to use and some are only for the premium version. Okay, so the ones with the more sign on, you'll notice that you can only access those if you decide to buy an upgraded version. However, there are enough free styles available for us to use, which offer us quite a lot of information. Which offer us quite a lot of options for objects that we could use. Okay, so each style has a number of text effects. You see there, to enter text onto your screen, number of image holders which will hold images that you want to upload. It will have a number of characters that you could use. Each style is different, and each of these characters have animations as well. Okay, then it will have a number of props, which are basically clip art pictures, and it will have markers that you could use, action buttons, shapes, and transitions, some lovely transitions that allow you to add some effects when your video moves from one slide to another. And then lastly, there will be different backgrounds. Each style will have different backgrounds. Now, as you can see, when you want to add any one of these objects to your slide, all that you have to do is to click on the object and it will pop up on your slide. Once the object appears on your slide, you will notice that it automatically appears in your timeline. So if I just click on this slide, you'll notice there's nothing in my timeline, but the moment I click on this object here, it appeared on my slide and it automatically appeared in my timeline. So just a point to note, the object is not highlighted at the moment, so I don't see it in my timeline. However, I know that it is in my slide, and I can also see the object over here. Right. So when I click on the object, it brings up the object on my timeline once again, and all that I need to do in order to manipulate the timing of this object is to click on this bold blue line over here, to click with my left mouse button and drag it across, and this will allow me to alter the timing. So initially, this object popped up onto the screen immediately when the slide opened, which was 0 seconds. I want to alter the timing, so I'm going to click and drag him over to 1 second, so it gives me a chance to actually enter the screen at 1 second. Then, for the exit as well, He is meant to at 6 seconds. I could increase my slide to 10 seconds, and I could click this bold blue line and manipulate the timing so I can move to the left to decrease the time that he is on the screen, and I can move it to the right to increase the time that he'll be on the screen. So I'm going to change to 4 seconds. Furthermore, you'll notice that you can actually click and drag this object around, so you can move him around your slide. You can increase the size like this or decrease the size, very similar to how you would use objects in Microsoft Office, for example. What you can also do is to flip it using this icon here. Okay, or you can right click on it and say flip, and he changes direction to point to the other way. Okay, now it's very important for you to remember or to note that there are half-second intervals between transitions and objects in the timeline. So between every object there's a half-second interval, right? So with each object, you'll notice the front line means that there's a transition happening, which has a half-second interval. So from half a second to 1 second is transition happening, and that is the exit, or on this side, on the right hand side, the exit effect. So this particular object will come onto my slide with an effect, right? With a transition effect. And it will exit my slide with a transition effect as well, unless I say that I don't want an effect. So this little arrow here tells me which effect I've chosen there, or which effect was automatically added. By clicking on that button there, I can then see these are my transition effects that I can choose from, or I can choose to have no effect. And then we have this nice modern handy tool, which basically means that with every effect that you choose, you could also have the hand tool accompanying that effect. So if I say I want a pop, I can then say I want to enable the hand. So I want the hand to pop visible guy on the screen. And then for exit, I want to pull down, and then I want the hand again to pull this guy down. Okay, now just a point to note as well, the entrance and exit effect are positioned over here. Okay, what I just did by clicking over this side, click on that. Here we go. So by accessing it over here on the timeline, I've just basically accessed the shortcut. Right. So let me see what that looks like. You can see the hand tool actually putting him up and pulling him down again. Okay. Furthermore, I can add some nice backgrounds over here. Okay, and when you go this way, notice that each style has different objects, different props, different backgrounds. Okay, so we got some nice backgrounds here. This guy, see what he's got. And we have some of these graphics as well. There are many options that you can play with. Halloween. And one of my favorites is this crumpled paper, that one of these. Okay, so lots of things that you can explore and play around with. The alternative to using one of the many backgrounds that PowToon offers you is also to add an image background if you perhaps have a particular purpose. You click on that icon. I've got some preloaded pictures pictures over here, but if you didn't have anything in the library, you go to upload and then find the image that you want to use. But I've used the PowToon quite a lot, so I've got an image here that I will click on and I will say insert the image, and automatically it puts the background over there. But what I can further do is to then add some animations. So let's go across. You'll notice that for each style the characters are different. Okay, so it's quite exciting because you have lots of options. Okay, and so you can, whatever your message is that you need to convey, you need to find an appropriate manner and the most effective manner of using all of these tools to tell your digital story. So for your explainer video, you really have to tell a good story about the business that you are interested in. Okay. We can also perhaps enter an image. Okay, so you see this image holders. Basically, you click on one of the image holders. I've chosen a computer over there, and let's say I want to put this PowToon screenshot in there, and I can use that. Okay, before the TV, I click on the TV feed, and I click on any image that I have here. I say insert, and I can use that over there. Alright, I also might want to use one of these text effects. Now, let me just explain the difference. This particular one, plain text, and this icon here is the same. And then next to plain text, you have some effects that you could use. And you can see that these all have animations, right? You have the bouncing, you have the guy writing, you have these words popping up, and those. So you can either choose to have your words into your screen via an effect or just plain text. Let me demonstrate each one to you. So I'm going to click on plain text, and this pops up, and I'm going to say this is a demo video. Okay, and over here you can change the font color. Okay, you can change the font type as well. And then let's choose this guy here. Okay, let's just play that quickly. Okay, you notice that I didn't work on the timing because PowToon is automatically giving us some timing. But if that is not what I really want, I can click and manipulate this timing. So let's say I want to first have this text come up on screen. So I'm going to click and drag this to 1 second, and then I'm going to click on this little guy. And I want you to enter at 2 seconds, and you can stay at about 7 seconds. In my hand to here, I want it to enter at 3 seconds. Perfect. Something that's a bit more effective, and you need to then just have a look at your slide, preview it constantly, and effective that it makes sense and it is to be essentially. Okay, I think I've explained everything. And just lastly, transitions. At the moment, we are transition. And when I want to add some transitions, all I have to do is to click on click on the slide, click on the transition, and you'll see that it now says that the squeegee is over there. So that transition has been applied. So you click on the next slide and click on your transition and so on. So, oh yes, I forgot to talk about the sound. The most important part. Alright, so when you click on your first slide and then you click on the sound icon, you'll notice that you can import a pre-recorded audio file, right? Or you can click on this record button and then use a microphone. Now, I gave you guys a tip to say that you can use your earphones and put the earphone in your microphone jack or your microphone socket on your computer, and you can use the microphone as a microphone. Okay, so you can click on this record button and you'll be able to do a voice-over recording or audio narration using that option. I mean, for music, you can have audio and music playing simultaneously. What you need to be conscious of is the volume. You cannot have the music louder than your audio sound because we won't hear your recording, what you're saying, and you will obviously um, it will obviously affect your final mark for your video presentation. So you can import a track over here, or you can choose from one of the many options that PowToon has available. You'll notice that some are free and some are for the premium version, but the ones that are free are quite cool, and there are many. If you scroll down, you'll see all of the free ones scattered around. Just scroll down and we all quite well. Okay. Okay, so by clicking this button, I've just looked at that one screen, the one slide, and I noticed this slide didn't have much of an animation, which is really pointless when you have all of these nice options for animation. Um, there's something nice in this picture guide. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Okay, so I have him flying in. Um, okay, so let's play it again. Okay, and when I want to look at the whole video, I'm gonna click on this. Okay, wonderful. So I'm just going to pause this video quickly, and I'm going to design a scenery quickly so that I can show you what you could possibly do with this PowToon. So I'll be back in just a second. Alright, so like magic, I just quickly put together a little story over here, really quickly and spontaneously, using some of the backgrounds and some of the objects. And so I'm just going to quickly walk you through what I've done here. I that we, um, okay, let's say that our wedding party. And when I'm over here at 0 seconds, it looks like there's nothing on my screen. So sometimes you'll be adding something to your slide and it will look as if nothing has happened. But don't be fooled, because when you look at the bottom over here, you will see all the objects that belong to that slide, or that has been added to that slide. So what you then should do is just click on those objects and you'll see it pop up. And they will pop up basically according to the timeline. So at 0 seconds, nothing is meant to be on the slide. So that is why you don't see anything. But at 2 seconds, for example, both those objects are meant to be on the slide. Okay, so when you click on the wording, it's supposed to be on the goal, it's supposed to be at 2 seconds. So when you move your the lead triangle here across the timeline, it will show you what it needs to be on the slide. Alright, so what I've done was I've added the background, added the skull, I've added a text animation that says it's a story about a bad day. And then I've used some of those backgrounds that I showed you earlier. I added in a house over there just to sort of add to the scene, added some flowers, added the cat over there. And what I did was to add a call out. Maybe I should just point it out to you quickly. So we have some of them here. We have these nice ones. I've chosen one from a different style, but this one is also. You add the call out by clicking on the object here, and then what you then need to do is add text to that, because it doesn't come with text. So add the text here. Right. And then you just have to be very careful, because if the text does not appear, it means that the text behind the is behind the object. Okay, so you have to, if when you have two or more objects on top of each other, they take an order of preference. So you need to then sometimes, not always, need to say which object needs to come in front. So bring that to the front, and now my text is gone. So I'm gonna say bring the text, delete it, right click here and say back to the front as well. Okay, so that is how I do it. And then what I've done was I added one call out, and then what I did was I clicked on it. I kept on my control button on my keyboard, and I clicked on the text. And then I went to copy. I think my application is tiny. So I went to copy, and then I went to a different slide, and I clicked on the right mouse button, and I said paste. Let's try that again. Copy it over there, paste over there. Okay, so that is what I did for most of them. And again, you can see my text disappearing. So I right click and I say please forward. Okay, but I'm just illustrating how I did that and what you could do. I don't necessarily want that please something to delete it. I also don't want this here. So I'm gonna delete that as well. Yeah. So I entered some of the objects here, and I made sure that my timing is correct the way that I want to. So I manipulated my timing, go to my effects over here. I added transitions in between my slides. Um, yeah. And then over here, I added another character, and I want this guy. Let us play the slide for you quickly. Faded him out to give the effect that he's walking across the screen. You could do that, or you could use um, effect. You could use the arrow effect as well. Okay, so let me just play my video for you quickly. Alright, so I could have changed this text here. I made it plain text. I could have had a text effect where it actually, I could have used that one. Would have looked much better probably. But I did this very quickly. So you need to think about your video. My advice from the start of this assignment was that you not wait for the last minute. You can see that it is time consuming to become familiar to the interface first of all, and then with all of the options available, you really need to think about what is going to be most effective to convey the story that you need to tell. So ultimately, video animation that you do, as an explainer video or as a marketing video, whatever you want to call it, it needs to tell a story about the business. Okay, so it needs to entice the audience. It needs to sell your point. Okay, so you really need to think about the plan well, and then do the actual video. So I think that's all from me. Um, so once I've previewed my video, so before I go, once I've previewed my video and I've added my sound, I've added my transitions, I've added my animations, and everything is timed correctly, and I'm quite happy with previewing it, whether I preview it this side or over here. I can then click on the export button. Let me just do that quickly, and it will export my video to YouTube. It does take a while. So once again, let me just reiterate that you need to do this, not on the last minute when you need to submit your assignment. Please do it before the time. Take your time, do it properly, do it effectively, but also be conscious of the lag time, so you need to not wait for the last minute. Okay, so it will ask you if you want to choose one of these options. These are for the premium version, so I just ignore those. If you have a premium version, you can choose not to have the PowToon logo at the end, but I actually think it's quite cool. So I'm happy with the free version, and I'll click on this option here, which is upload to YouTube. And then I say next. Now, initially, once you have created your YouTube account, and I'm going to do a separate video about YouTube and how to create an account, how to download on YouTube. But once you have created your YouTube account, you'll see your name over here. And then I actually, maybe I should remove this and see if I can add it again. So you would do this, and then you would go to add another YouTube account. And you should be able to see IFS131 or /2. That's the IFS131 YouTube channel. So you can publish your video directly to the pad, and I've said accept. It doesn't matter if you publish it to your own personal YouTube account or if you publish it to the YouTube channel, the IFS131 channel. At the end of the day, all you need to do is to download it from YouTube and then upload it to Canva. So whichever one works, that's fine, fine by me. And then click on next. We'll choose the standard option. We'll have to choose a category. I've chosen the video and I've got the demo of the PowToon software with it. I already published this video a little bit earlier as I was trying to record this demo. So it will ask me if I want to republish. But you will see, once you republish the first time you try, it will just say publish. And then you click on that option. It will take a little bit of time for your video to be pushed through YouTube. But it will give you a message saying, congratulations, your video has been successfully published. And then once the export in YouTube, it will send you an email. Because right now, all that has happened is it's successfully from PowToon to YouTube, but not in YouTube yet. So when you go to the YouTube account, you won't see the video yet, so you can't download it yet. YouTube will, or PowToon will send you an email to tell you when the video is in YouTube and when you can go and download it. Alternatively, you can go to YouTube and just refresh every now and then, wait for the video to pop up there, and download from YouTube. Alright, so that is PowToon. In a separate video, I'm going to talk about the YouTube part of the assignment and how to download it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It's the first time I'm doing something of this nature, so I hope it was good. And I hope you are going to have lots and lots of fun creating your video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye for now.